Alright, welcome everybody. Back for another edition of Dan in the Can. Glad everybody's here. If you've seen me before, welcome back. If you've seen me for the first time, welcome. Today we're going to start in the Bedford Reservation. Right on the edge of the Bedford Reservation. In this parking lot here. Right off Richmond Road. I can't remember the name of this road that we're on. I'll link it down below. Headed northbound, well, technically more eastbound, but northbound section of the Bedford section of the Buckeye Trail, and we're gonna make our way to Shadow Lake. So if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Let's go. This parking lot has the bare minimum: trash cans, parking spots, mutt mitt for your pooch, and that is it. No bathrooms, no tables. So we're right on the edge of Bedford Reservation, which is part of the Cleveland Metro Parks, and geez, right up here along this road, I believe, somewhere over here, begins the Chagrin, South Chagrin Reservation, which is also part of the Cleveland Metro Parks. Not exactly sure where one starts and the other one ends, but it's somewhere over there. Little road walking coming up, but shouldn't be too long. Sounds like the train might be coming. See through the woods. So if you joined us for the last hike, previous hike before this, we were wondering if that was an active railroad. Well, there's our answer. It is. And that is a slow-moving train. You can see the blue blaze. We're on the Buckeye Trail. Oh, look at that, the train ends. Thankfully, that wasn't a very long train. Over here we have Tinker's Creek, same creek we saw last time. About 40 degrees right now. It's gonna warm up almost to 50 degrees today, so it should be a nice hike. And a first for Dan in the Cam videos, we have sunshine for once. So how about that? That's pretty awesome, right? Nothing wrong with some sunshine to warm you up on a cold, well, chilly winter's day. We're right in the middle of February, right around Valentine's Day. There you go, waste management. Up there you have the dump, landfill, whatever you want to call it, which we discussed in the previous video. If you're drinking out of Tinker's Creek, keep in mind that water's coming from the dump, downstream from the dump. This shouldn't be too long of a hike today. Maybe a mile and a quarter. goal right now is not to get hit by a car. And it's not a long road walk by any means. I don't know if you can see it yet. There's a little road into the stop sign up ahead on the right. I'll actually be turning slightly before that. I've been on this portion of the Buckeye Trail one time before, so it is not new to me, but I'm definitely not an expert by any means either. A lot of trash along the road because it's such a pain to throw out your cup when you get home or when you get to a gas station, you know. We have to toss it out the window. At least toss it on the other side of the road where the dump is. And of course, once again, I forgot to start my watch, so I can't give you an accurate measurement on how long the hike will be. Maybe one day I'll get it right. Speaking of getting it right, I've been calling the paved trail the multi-purpose trail instead of the all-purpose trail. Because I figured the all-purpose trail is misleading, and why would they call it the all-purpose trail? Well, it turns out it is called the all-purpose trail. It definitely is not all-purpose, so it's a silly name, but I got it right finally. Hopefully I'll call it by its proper name from now on. All right. Time for some road crossing. It is a little wet over here, you could probably hear. And you can see south of Chagrin Reservation, so I don't know where one starts, where one ends. Maybe right here is where it starts. And we're gonna be sharing the Bridle Trail. There's our blue blazes. And we are off the road, so that's good. I can't imagine anybody likes hiking along the side of a road. Got some birds up ahead. They must not have gotten the message to fly south. And we're walking along Hawthorn Parkway, maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. If it's wrong, I'll correct it. And if I didn't correct it below, then it's either correct or I forgot to correct it. But it is a beautiful day with that sun shining. See our first hike without the gloves on. Without the holy gloves on. Some people cut the fingertips off their gloves, so you know they could use their phone or, you know, do some fine motor coordination skills. I don't see the point, because I wear gloves to keep my fingertips cold. That's the first thing that gets cold, so I just don't get it, but to each his own. Still walking alongside the dump here. It's a lot of garbage under there. It's got to go somewhere, I suppose. Why not right next to the Metro Parks? At least we're walking next to it, not through it, I suppose. A little bit of running water here. I don't think that's big enough water to have a name, but maybe it does, I don't know. So even though it's almost 40, the ground is still quite frozen in spots. I'm sure once the sun beats down on it for quite a while, it'll soften up. As usual, I'm looking for the blue blazes. I don't see any, but then again, there's not any wrong turns to make, so you just got to assume we're still on it, because why wouldn't we be? Yeah, it's like walking across your living room carpet. Easy traveling. Slight uphill, but not enough to even make a difference. I believe we started off in the village, Oakwood Village, maybe? And I think we're in Glen Willow, Ohio at the moment. Northeast Ohio. The best part of Ohio. A little stream on the right as well. It probably definitely gets muddy over here when the ground isn't frozen. Definitely some vehicle tracks, which we assume is park workers, park employees. still next to this dump landfill. There's a car driving by, truck. I don't know if they're still adding to the landfill. Certainly they're not hauling it up in a pickup truck. A little steeper elevation, but still not much to get upset about. Still haven't started the watch. Oh, it's so awful. Like to keep track of how long these are, but I forget more than I remember, I suppose. There's a backhoe or something up there. Hopefully I'm leaning back far enough to see it. So there's a bulldozer up there. So I assume they're still adding to this landfill. Man, it's such, I mean, we've been walking next to it since we turned off that road, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. Wood on the ground over here, which seems to be the theme along the Bedford section of the Buckeye Trail. A lot of downed trees. big old puddle up here. I don't think we'll go straight through that one. Waterproof boots might not be tall enough. Signpost up ahead. A little view over there. Somebody's out there in his high visibility jacket. Not sure if that's part of the landfill or something else. This looks to be some sort of rock in these huge piles over there. All right, looks like we have a decision to make. Straight or left? Look, a blue blaze. I suppose that answers the question. These are so faded, you can't tell what they're for. What's that tell you? Nothing. But we see the blue blaze, so that's the way it will go. I think we're almost to Shadow Lake. There seems to be a good, I don't know about good, let me rephrase, it seems to be a popular fishing spot. Usually whenever I drive by, somebody's sitting there fishing. We have a little picnic area over here. Oh, this might be a lake right here, guys. And look at that. A guy fishing. So you can see across the way you got a parking lot. Got a nice little place here, obviously. Hitch up your horse over there. A little bench over here. Maybe you take your that special person over here for Valentine's Day. But we continue on. A little windy. I prepared for it. I have the wind slayer on the GoPro, but I don't know if it's working well or not. Blue blaze. We're on the right path. Now I think up here we take hang a right. I did look at the map beforehand. I don't see any blue blazes over here. Maybe this path over here. Here's our blue blaze. Hanging right over here. Got stranger danger across the way. So we can't talk to ourselves like a psycho. Still see the ice on the ground. You know, when it slide off into the drink. Beautiful little lake though. Even if you're not catching anything. And that other path leads out here. We could have gone down those steps. Nothing wrong with spending some time fishing on a Monday morning, that's for sure. Some kind of furry animal. Did you see him? I caught him at the last minute. He's probably looking for fish himself. It's a popular spot. I mean, it's certainly not a nice summer day, and there's a handful of people fishing out here. Three people across the way fishing. This guy over here fishing. So we could have gone straight along the lake, and you can park over there. Or you could go the way we're going. I believe there's a parking lot, yep, right up here. So either one will work, obviously. Got your trash cans, picnic tables, charcoal grill, nice little field you can play frisbee. There is a restroom over here somewhere, back that way. You could barely see it through the woods. But this is where we end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try to do better next time. Until we meet again. I hope everyone does well, and it's a nice, easy week. Talk to you later.